self-hatred. So I just can't conclude that just because you're a rapper, you know, that you're automatically evil. And Jesus said we have sheep that you know not of. God ain't limited to your tradition. Right? Even in the Bible. When you close the Bible, you don't close God's mouth nor God's mind. If God is still alive. God is still speaking. I think God speaks sometimes through Jay-Z or Biggie or Tupac. It's a thug theology. But I read the Psalms. What's that song you was quoting the other day? About Psalm 6, about God, you know, kill my enemies. Oh, that's another one. Okay. But you can look at the Psalms. That's gangster Psalms. That's theology up in there. Oh Lord, now kill my enemies and slay those who would stand opposed to me. That's a theological drive-by. So, you know, I mean, I'm just saying. So to say that hip-hop is inherently evil and wrong, it's got a lot of problems with it, but I can't say that because there's too much. Jay-Z said, now all my teachers couldn't reach me and my mama couldn't beat me hard enough to match the pain of my pop not seeing me. So, with that this name, remember, ain't got on my pimp game, the world my defense came. There's so much insight, intelligence, and critical engagement. Nas said it's only right that I was born to use mics and the stuff that I write is even tougher than dice. I'm taking rap into a new plateau through rap slow. My rhyming is a vitamin, hell without a capsule. Lauryn Hill said that even after all my logic and my theory, I add MF so you ignorant people hear me. So I just think that there's a lot to be said for the intelligence and the insight and the power and imagination of that. Very much.
So Mike and I sometimes agree on the importance of hip-hop. When I go to correctional facilities as a minister, I don't be breaking off the word. Especially with young men, when you look at the situation, I break off the word with Biggie. Birthdays were the worst days. Christmas did miss us. You know, you didn't have that opportunity to ever be a child, to be a boy, or you never went fishing or had that camaraderie with a male or even any kind of parent figure where you could be a child. And I couldn't tell like, oh, Jesus saves, or read Romans 10, 28, or any of that. So you have to reach the children where they are. And so hip-hop is not so much as it is unholy. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, Jay-Z and Sean, P. Diddy, when I looked at them with those ballers like Jerry Jones, who owns the Cowboy Stadium, they are in a secret club. They are richer Negroes than we are. So it is, you know, when you reach that level like Oprah. But I don't think that these young men are involved in any dark, satanic situations, because Jay-Z, before they talked about getting water to Haiti, Jay-Z was at the UN talking about the world water situation. Yeah. So he had a very visionary aspect on the needs of water for all people over the world, especially in developing countries. That's an enlightenment. When Puff Diddy realized, he says, now I'm mature, yeah, I did my heyday, I need to settle down, raise my children. He is an enlightenment. To me, that's not satanic when he says, I want to chill back, be with the one woman now, raise my children, and live my life as a solid citizen. And the monies that they're given to Haiti with Haiti Hope, that's an enlightenment. That is not satanic. So again, you can't talk about the word inscribed of an individual. You have to look at the work in which they do, and they're doing a lot of work. They are using their voices in their time to bring issues, and they see the importance of this secret society. They might be saying, hey, I cracked into, like when I traveled with President Clinton, you know, I said, whoa, Michael, I'm with the big boys, and I know what it is to be in that circle, and things that you can see that you can't say all the way, always, but if they get in the way I know they're getting in, they are special Negroes, and that might be secret, but you will see the evidence in the community, more so from them than you might see from Michael's boy, a man in the White House.
All right, anyway. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Diane Chukwueze, and
Say it again.
my name is Diane Chukwueze. I have a question regarding the Democratic Party. What happened this morning with I can't remember, Senator Biden retiring?
Oh, yeah, right.
It just seems to me like the Democratic Party is turning against the president for some reason. I don't know what your thoughts are on that. Why does it seem like we're not fighting as hard to keep our seats? Ted Kennedy's, of all seats, it's gone.
Yeah, you're right. That's tough. You know, I mean, the subtext being that got the first black president, why aren't we fighting nearly as hard and as vigorously? That's a very interesting point you're making. A lot of people would disagree with that. A lot of people would agree to, like, we got the first, it's like, this is time to retire. My man in Connecticut is not running again. What's his name? Chris Dodd. Evan Bayh said he's retiring. Kennedy's seat was taken over by Mr. Brown, Senator Brown, and now. So it is a difficult kind of situation to engage. I'm sorry, go on.
It seems like that's an interesting point. It seems like the president is fighting both parties.
Well, he is fighting within his own party and fighting the Republicans.
It seems like they're against him.
Well, they are, but that's why he got to stand up and say who he is. Right? CBC criticized him too. But then, I know Marcia won't take my phone, but she was a Hillary supporter. But what's interesting is that, her lady lost. But what's interesting is that Mr. Obama has to take some responsibility for that too. Then you know what? You can be mad at George Bush if you want to. George Bush said, this is what I do. Yeah. This is who I am. Yeah. This is how we do it. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, we've seen the hope, where's the audacity? I mean, say who you are. I mean, get on your job. Stop trying to kiss the Republicans and left. I ain't mad. But you know what? Know who you are. If you come in with your group, ain't nobody, Republicans for 8 years closed us out, wasn't giving a damn about what we thought, what we wanted. Now, I'm glad you're post-partisan. That's a joke. You're post-partisan. The reality is, understand your power. Because George Bush said, I stole the election. And for 4 years, it's on me. Yep. And this is what I believe. Then he got 4 more years, and he said, this is on me. I love George Bush now. He's gone into the silence. Do not go quietly into the night. Yes, please do. And for the most part, he has. I was just in Dallas. You can't even, I know where he lives. Cool dude. He helped to take the trash out and live next door. He helped the community out. I love that guy because he's been quiet. I had my 8 years. I'm done. Now it's time for you to speak up, Mr. Obama. What's your agenda? You trying to agree with everybody? What do you think? What do you believe? Maybe. Now, you don't want anybody to not like you. So you just want everybody, except Negroes, you don't give a damn what we think. Yeah. So when the Congressional Black Caucus criticized him, he said, look, I'm the president for everybody. Not just black people. No shit, Sherlock. Really? And I'm one of his major supporters. When y'all were supporting Hillary, I was with Obama. And I'm saying to you, first of all, Mr. Obama, you've got to know who you are. You've got to say who you are, and people have to understand who you are. That means you have to have values and ideas and visions that you are willing to fight for. We know you're disinclined to fight because you're a very conciliatory figure. We get that. That's why you're the president. But now that you're in, you got to step up to the plate. You ask black people, you say, no more excuses. Have you not been there? When he goes to churches, they play it on TV. No more excuses. Put the Xbox down. Like white folk don't do Xboxes. See, he's reinforcing stereotypes about literacy in black communities and ain't even aware of it. That's because black people are gluttons for self-punishment at the level of our leaders lashing us. That's why we love Bill Cosby, talking about poor black folk.
Don't go there.
But if Bill Cosby were to hold white folk accountable the same way, it wouldn't be as popular. Mr. Obama can't go to white communities, right? At the same time he's lecturing black people about the black family, fathers need to be home. 17 white girls in Massachusetts had made a pact to have babies out of wedlock before they graduated. How about the white families going to hell in a handbasket? How about Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears? I'm worried about you. We need to reconstruct and have a panel on white families. No. Challenge them. No. So I'm saying to you, we have to understand who Mr. Obama is, and he has to understand who he is, and he has to articulate that in a better way. Then I think he can organize his party. Now some will stand against him. Very conservative members of the party who want to be centrist. You got somebody running for a senator in this state right here against Ms. Gillibrand, or he's checking out. Senator Harold Ford wants to be Senator Harold Ford, former Congressman Harold Ford. So he's arguing that y'all ain't conservative enough. You got to be more conservative. Most people want to tamp down, he says, on the health care bill. Really? So you got a choice to make. So it ain't just Mr. Obama in the White House. It's what we're going to do to stand behind him as people in the government. Now he's had 2 tests: the senator, the governor's race in Virginia, and where else? Massachusetts, the Senate race, right? So, and then another governor, what race was that? Jersey, thank you. And so the reality is that Mr. Obama ain't been back so strong. I think he has